Remakes. The word no movie fan wants to hear anymore. But in today's Hollywood, remakes are the norm. Bet some of you didn't know the Bill Skarsgård movie Locked is a remake of a movie from Argentina called 4x4. It didn't need to be remade, but that's a separate issue for a different video. This video we are talking about movies that studios shouldn't even think or even be allowed to remake. Movies that are special and should be cherished instead of letting a lazy cash grab come out and tarnish the ideas of the original. These movies aren't perfect, but they'll be the best version of these movies to have come out. If you haven't seen any of the movies, when the video's over, do yourself the favor and watch them. This video contains spoilers. A warning to the 3 people who've never seen these movies.
I know I'm human. Some of you are still human. This thing doesn't want to show itself. It wants to hide inside an imitation. It'll fight if it has to, but it's vulnerable out in the open. If it takes us over, then it has no more enemies. Nobody left to kill it. And then it's won.
The Thing. Starting with the oldest movie. And I know this is a remake. I understand. But it was done so well, it stands on its own. Here's the plot. In Antarctica, a group of American research scientists save a sled dog that was being shot at by a helicopter. After taking in the dog, it attacks both the human beings and the canines in the camp, and they soon discover that the thing can assume the shapes of its victims. This is one of my favorite 80s horror movies. It's got everything you want from the decade. Probably the best practical effects in horror. No, in any film. A perfect cast, perfect setting. You feel the isolation, you get the paranoia from the group, not being able to trust each other, iconic scenes, and a sprinkle of humor that works. Just a classic in every sense of the word. Now imagine Hollywood getting their gross hands on it. It'll have CGI up the wazoo, uninspiring story, a cringy underlying meaning, but minus the last part. There was an attempt in 2011, not a remake, but just as bad, a prequel, also called The Thing. It wasn't awful, but compared to the 1982 version, not even close. No contest. Nonetheless, watch the 82 version.
Everybody be cool, this is a robbery!
Pulp Fiction.
This movie's overrated.
To you maybe, but I don't share that opinion. Even though we were to explain the plot to somebody who's never seen it, the movie doesn't sound that special. IMDb says, when the lives of 2 mob hitmen, a boxer, a gangster and his wife, and a pair of diner bandits intertwine in 4 tales of violence and redemption. Seems pretty simple, but the execution of it was anything but that. The non-linear narrative, the witty dialogue, great soundtrack, the combination of violence and humor, the performances from the perfect cast, the endless memorable characters, scenes, and lines. So many great lines in this movie.
Royale with
This is a tasty burger.
what? Say what again?
I'ma get medieval on your ass.
Oh man, I shot Marvin in the face.
Why the fuck you do that?
Which one is it? It's the one that says bad motherfucker.
Also, the movie oozes with style. These reasons are what makes this movie untouchable. I can't imagine a remake of Pulp Fiction or a remake of any of Tarantino's films would go down well. Not to be a fanboy, but the only person that can do a Tarantino film is Tarantino.
Everywhere we went, we were sizing things up. I felt sorry for guys packed into gyms, trying to look like how Calvin Klein or Tommy Hilfiger said they should.
That what a man looks like?
Self-improvement is masturbation. Now self-destruction.
Fight Club. If I was in high school, I would tell you this was my favorite movie. I know, not the most unique take, but at some point in a person's life, this movie is relatable. Yet a quick summary of the movie doesn't give you all the details. A man suffering from insomnia meets Tyler Durden, a soap salesman, on a plane, and eventually moves in with Tyler after the man's apartment gets destroyed. The 2 form an underground club with strict rules, and other men join the club to escape their mundane life. Yet again, like Pulp Fiction, it's more than meets the eye. Between the critiques on consumerism, the rejection of material possessions, the struggle with identity, the rebellion, and just how grimy and dirty this movie is. It's great. The biggest reason to me why Fight Club can't be remade, the cast. It's perfect. I know I've been saying that all day, but I wouldn't replace a single person on it. Even Meatloaf as Bob is a standout. It would be impossible to cast a remake of this movie to be better than the original. If you made it this far, I want to thank you for sticking around, and hopefully you feel the same way about remaking these movies. Let me know down in the comments what movies you think shouldn't be remade. Thanks again, and Godspeed.